We started Terrapay in 2015, and the idea behind Terrapay was to build a global payments infrastructure for payouts. Today, if you fast forward 8 years now, what you see is an infrastructure for payouts which is across 111 countries, 7 billion bank accounts which we can pay to, 2.1 billion mobile wallets which we can pay out to. Predominantly making it the world's biggest payout network, built on an infrastructure for not just technology, which everybody talks about, but also on the premise of being 100% compliant and regulatory. So when I speak about infrastructure, I all talk about technology on one side, and I talk about regulatory frameworks and approvals and licenses on the other side. That makes us probably one of a very unique fintechs who have a payout network on its own, run by its own regulatory licenses and approvals. So that's who we are in general. Our endeavor is to get to 165 countries, which at that particular point of time will make us truly global. So we are there halfway, I would call it, at 111 countries. That's where we are at Terrapay. So, if you see how global payments and global cross-border payments actually come out, one of the key positions, everyone keeps on harping, and I see it all the time. Today, I've got a panel session, and I'm going to speak about it as well, about where does this business end up in the next 5 years, was to talk about a position being not just being technology, but also how regulatory and compliance comes on the forefront. If you see the recent, nightmares which we have seen in the financial services industry, and I won't name them, but the companies which have gone down, not that they had bad technology. Actually, what they didn't probably have is a great, oversight on compliance and regulations. That is what I really want all of us out here to focus on. Regulations and compliance come on the forefront all the time, and it is extremely important for the health of future to work on those concepts. So as Terrapay, we continue to invest heavily on our regulatory and compliance positions, and that's, I think, is the future. And our technology will be built, new technologies will come in, new alternate payments will come in, alternate methods will come in. I think what will continue to remain is how you work under those regulations. So that's, I think, my simple gray-haired view on how payments will continue to strive and continue to focus, continue to grow. And I think digital transactions, we've seen this over COVID, right? In terms of digital transactions have grown significantly, but that's the growth which we see in the next 5 to 10 years. This is our 4th year at Money 2020, and people who have seen us grow in Money 2020, we started with a very small stall, a booth in 2020. We now got to one of the biggest booths out here. I think the idea was to kind of express ourselves, but express ourselves with a position where we are able to go back to our partners and offer new services and solutions. So for us, this is a great platform to come back and make our partners be comfortable with. We are around, we're growing, and more importantly, we're solving for more of their problems. And that's what Money 20 gives us. Not just here, but in Vegas, everywhere we're with Money 2020 for the last 3 to 4 years now.